Hi there. Thanks for joining in today and welcome to another Doodle session. In Q4 Episode 3, we dive into the backstory, the prologue. Let's jump right in. Over the past 2 weeks, we've explored the identity of Jesus by gathering evidence from different crime scenes. Today, we're going back to the beginning, exploring John's diary to uncover more clues. His opening line? "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." John 1, verse 1. This verse lays out 3 key truths. 1. The pre-existing eternal nature of the Word was already in existence before the creation of our world. 2. Unity with the Father, distinct yet intimately connected. 3. This Word is God, not just a force or idea, but divine. Verse 2 reiterates a portion of verse 1, then adds more detail. This Word has a personality. He, not it, was with the Father in the beginning. Verse 3 provides more evidence of his Godship. It was the Word that created all things in the beginning. Verses 4 and 5 suggest something of the eternal value he offers us, but we do not appreciate it. In summary, these verses reveal that Jesus is an eternal being who existed before creation. He is God, distinct yet one with the Father. And as Creator, everything was made through him. Now let's fast forward to verse 14, and it reads, "The Word became flesh and dwelt among us," meaning that Jesus, the Creator and God himself, became human. He walked the streets of Palestine under the hot sun for 33 years, enduring human limitations, all to reach us. Ultimately, this journey would lead to the cross. This is how much value God has placed on us. He is willing to come down himself, regardless of the cost, just to get us home. If this is not love, I don't know what else is. Verses 9 to 13. You would expect some level of excitement and preparations in anticipation of his coming, having been pre-informed, but interestingly, that was not the case. Right from the announcement of his birth to his public ministry, the response was indifference. John puts it this way, "He came to his own, and those who were his own did not receive him." John 1, verse 11. Can you imagine the heartbreak in heaven as the angels watched their master rejected by the very ones he came to save? This call is just as real today as it was then. As many as receive him, to them he gives the right to become children of God. John 1, verse 12. On this hinge the eternal destiny of souls. With respect to this call, there are only 2 possible responses. 1. Believe and accept him, not just intellectually, but by actively building a relationship with him. See Matthew 7, verse 21 to 23. The whole point of understanding who he is to get to know him. To this group, he gives the right to become children of God. 2. Reject him, either out of stubbornness or because it does not align with preconceived notions despite all the facts and evidence available. These are endangering their eternal destinies. John puts it this way, "Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son." John 3, verse 18. On the surface, this might sound harsh, but look at it this way. Imagine you are warned to evacuate before a flood or volcano eruption, but you refuse. When the disaster strikes, what happens? The outcome isn't harsh. It's the consequence of ignoring the truth. Remember this, the difference between the 2 groups boils down to their attitude toward Jesus and his offer. One group is open-minded and willing to change when confronted with truth. The other is cynical, stubborn, and unrepentant. So the question is, which of these 2 groups best describes you and your attitude to the truth? As always, do not tell me, show God. That wraps up today's session. Next week, we'll explore witnesses of Christ as the Messiah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for joining today. Stay tuned. I remain your Sabbath School Doodle, doodling out.